Hello, everyone. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if I'm too loud or too soft. Hope everyone's doing okay. And it's going to be a little delayed, it looks like, so sorry about that in advance. Hi, everyone. Missed y'all. Hope you guys have been okay. And I hope that you can hear the background sound too. So, hello, Melody. How are you? Hi, Sophia. All right, cool. I'm glad you can hear me. It looks like there's like maybe like a 5-second delay, 8-second delay probably, but it's all good. Hello. Hi. It's been a minute. So I am going to pull up. Let's see. Well, first of all, hello. It's been a while. It's been, I think, 3 months. So I apologize in advance for that. But I have updates for you all before we get started with drawing and stuff. First of all, missed you all a lot, but a lot's been going on. So I will be starting with life updates and everything, and then we can get into the artsy stuff. So about 3 months ago, I mean, it's a little further than 3 months ago, I am doing a lot more, and this is a good thing, doing more streaming. So tabletop RPGs is what I've been doing. So I've been like a part of that community. And I had wanted to share safe face stuff there as well. So like I kind of promoted myself there. But unfortunately, a lot of things happened with life as well as with TikTok YouTube kind of expected it, and all that other jazz. But with TikTok, it was like every week or every 2 weeks, I would get kind of hate uh, rated a little bit with, homophobic people in general. And that got a little exhausting over time, so I decided to take a break anyway. And I focused on YouTube. But then about 3 months ago, I started getting sick. I had gotten COVID at the beginning of this year. Um, and what ended up happening was there was long hauler symptoms that I had. So that was a lot of stomach issues, inflammation, and stuff like that. So I couldn't really eat, and ended up losing a lot of weight, um, to the point where like my mental health kind of went down. So no motivation to art and anything like that. I don't even get to know how well I'm doing. Um, but yeah, so that ended up happening. I ended up focusing a lot more on other creative outlets. I wasn't always able to focus on art all the time. Um, and then, of course, getting hate rated every few weeks wasn't great, even when I wasn't making any content. So that was something else. Good stuff that ended up happening. I moved into a house, so that's when, during that time period, I ended up moving into a house, even while I was sick, with the help of my partner, and friends, some family, and that ended up happening there as well. And then, so I have more space, but it was a little stressful. And what else? After the move, um, just work kind of picked up as well. So that was I work in tech specifically, and I had a lot of things to do in regards to pushing an app and like making sure that it was ready for release. So a lot of my creative stuff got put on the back burner, and I apologize for not really saying anything. My mental health wasn't the best. Projects have been piling up, and I have been getting anxiety, maybe, but unlikely panic attacks. I'm sorry, Melody. So similar boat, but good news also, with my other creative adventures. I think one of them is here. I think Carry On Comfort Studios. I'm not sure if you're here, but I was working with them, and they do know my name. But I tried to connect it, but because of all the hate rating at the moment, I will be hiding my name going forward, unfortunately. So one day, when things die down, probably do that again. But until then, I hope life gets better for you, Melody. I hope everything's all good. Um, Tech, I used to take that for a bit. I am currently trying out design though. I do design. It's like UI UX design, so user experience, user interface design is what I focus on. So it's a great. It's one of those tech jobs where like I could work from home, so that helps a lot. So I don't have to travel and stuff like that. I work from home. I am a freelancer, and I like it's comfortable, so that's why I like that. And I also need to get a new therapist. So there's that. What else do I have? I have like a little thing that I have for things I need to tell you guys, because I have a lot. Do, 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 do. So that's life updates. Um, there's AUs that I wanted to focus on, and that kind of puts into stuff. I got hate rated mostly for the Pro Hero Power Couple stuff, if you guys remember. It is one of my favorite AUs, but like it was the one that got bombed the most, to a point where like it got really exhausting. So going forward, unfortunately, I will continue it, but I might be privatizing it, so that it is for anyone that wants to see it on Patreon, or I'll be setting up like memberships on Safeway at some point, because I am a YouTube partner, yay! I got that just as I started getting sicker. um, so I'm just focusing on self harm. I've been clean for over 2 years, but I've been having the urge to self harm. Oh, I'm glad that you stopped. More power to you. So keep it going. We're all here for you. Also, I also go by 3 real names now. Really? What names? Let me know, and I will. I'll keep on talking, but like, please let me know. So I will be hiding eventually, like over time, like probably this coming month, I will be privatizing the Pro Hero Power couple everywhere. So please get those watches in if you haven't seen them. I will be doing like maybe comics and like more videos that are private for that. They will stay safe for work. I never plan on doing not safe for work content, but I kind of got tired of explaining over and over again that like, hey, this is just for fun. Uh, it's PG-13 and it's gonna stay that way. So that's gonna be what happens there. For the Isogo shippers who hate on you, I wanted to say as an we do not claim them. It's okay. I got it. It's just that it wasn't just the shipper. Like I understand the shipper situation was more like teenage boys more than anything. I just kept on saying Deku's straight, and I was like, okay, well, I've known plenty of friends of mine that from high school that claimed that they weren't straight or like certain people were straight, and it turned out they weren't. So please, like sexuality is a spectrum. Representation is important. I kind of get tired of explaining that over and over again, so I will be radically either deleting a comment or just privatizing. The AUs that I will be focusing on will be, right now at the moment, will be the childhood friend AU because that's the one that is close to my heart, that I love the most. It's my therapy personally, so there's that. I will be focusing, when I get my head around it, the villain AU because there's a whole storyline for that one. But it is very expansive and it's turning into a whole world. So maybe one day we can like draw those out together. But right now, my main focus is childhood friend AU. Obviously shifting the subscriptions. I hope that's okay. Like I said, Power Hero Power Couple will be shifting to private mode. And if you want to see further content, those will be posted behind, like, you have to join, subscribe, or Patreon only. So go by the birth name, and then my second name is Melanie, and my German name, Lynn, hello. There was like a couple of, like I know someone named, I know a friend that also not goes by Lynn, but like there's a character that they have, or original character named Lynn. So I really like that name. I gotta go, but wish y'all luck. Thank you for stopping by. I'm just checking to make sure I see everyone's comments because for some reason, like it keeps on switching back to like top comments and then cuts off. I just joined and you're leaving. Wow. Hi, Derek. Other than that, my last update is... Oh, right. So potential original content will be coming a very long time ago, and I've been like building this world out for a very long time. I made a whole like supernatural world, not like the show Supernatural, just like the concept supernatural and horror world a long time ago, and I had tried to make a webcomic out of it a very long time ago, but I think I had my own personal things to go through to see exactly what story I wanted to tell with it. So I have all these original characters that never got to see the light of day, or if you know my art style and have seen me under a different name, you might have seen it, but I will be revamping that. I'm too young to go on your Patreon. You can go on my, I don't know if it's like you have to be a certain age to use Patreon, but like I said, safe for work is still going to be safe for everyone to view. If it's more along the lines of, oh hey, like I can't pay that, or I'm not old enough to make a Patreon account, that's different. I apologize in advance. But I go by Alex, Alexander, or even Alexandria. So Alex, hello. I like your real name. It's not weird. But yeah, so like again, safe for work content. I'm never gonna do anything that's not just not my cup of tea. And again, it's gonna stay up for the rest of the month. It might start changing over at the beginning of October. So if you want to see, again, Pro Hero Power content right now, you can go to my TikTok, or you can go to, like the YouTube channel. The original content will probably be starting off with shorts and stuff like that. It's going to be centered around a girl named Evangeline who has supernatural abilities, and it'll be. I have to really rewrite it, to be honest, so I can't really even give you like a guesstimate of what it was about, because I don't like the old story. But that will slowly be added into once I have stuff written out for it, and it'll be mixed in with the obviously fan content. So yeah, I'm only 14. I'm broke. My parents have been losing money. I want to get a job though for my hobbies like manga collecting and stationery collecting. Yeah. So yeah, like take your time, no rush. I'll like the only thing I could say is that just because of the nature of shipping, especially Tododeku, or Bakudeku, or anything similar, people have just found it and then just decided that, like, one person had attempted to get people to like rapid fire push me off of TikTok, in the span of one day. So I got reported a couple of times, but nothing really happened. Still go by she, her. Parents still don't know about my sexuality or my second real name, Melody, and I'm still a closeted bi. Oh, I'm sorry, dear. I'm not sure what type of parents you have, but I hope you're safe. That's what I'm concerned about always. I know it's like first of all, hiding yourself or repressing yourself is never a good feeling. But I hope that your parents, eventually you can come out to them. And I hope that they're safe people that you can come out to. I know sometimes it's just not, that doesn't happen, but I wish you all the luck, and we're here for you. All right, so without further ado, I think that's all the news. If anyone has any questions, please pop them in. I just hope that I catch them, because sometimes I don't, because it keeps on changing from people are stupid over a ship. Calm down, it's dumb. Yeah, I know. Like I said, this is just one, getting experience, and two, I enjoy it. I love the stories that I can make with characters. The characters are very what ifable is what I call it. So it's when you can oh, hey, these characters, I would like to learn more about their backstory. We're never going to find out about their backstory. What if X, right? So that's what I love about it. But some people just don't see it that way. They just want it to stay as it is, which is, hey, just follow the story. Don't be creative with it. It's not your story, right? So it's odd, but it is what it is. And I mean, they think I'm odd, so it's fine. Yeah, not too long ago, my now ex came out to me as trans. Oh, okay. Is everything okay there though? Because you just said unless you broke up over a different reason, but I hope everything's okay. I'm absolutely safe, but again, my parents have their beliefs, and they have said stuff about stuff that are super duper questionable about the LGBTQIA plus community and friends who are a part of it. Wow, that has happened with me and my mom. I want to make a lot of ship animations and animations, cute ones, because I adore wholesome ships. Oh, please do. I always say please be creative as much as you can. I'm always looking forward to that. Let's see. I think that we are good to go. Let me just check something real quick. Alrighty. So, we are going to be going into the childhood friend AU. Right now, I have two things that I've made here. Let's turn off the opacity or onion skin. And right now, I have two childhood friend AU stuff. I was like, oh no, he came out to me and then we started dating. Oh, I see. Okay, that's awesome. I want to make a lot of shit. Alright, so this one is, but after this one, this was when Shinzo and Midoriya found out that Shinzo can sing, and also when he sings that he can paralyze people, or at least stop them from moving. And right now Midoriya is in, his cute, let me learn as much as I can about it mode. Um, so so this is him recording Shinzo singing, and I need to do an edit where like he has let me show you. He has earbuds in or like something to block out sound because he needs to be able to do that. So I need to like make that here, or I need to like either do that or make headphones. I don't know yet. So one of the two. Something that's like stopping sound from coming in, right? And I might have to change the eye height for this one. And then I just have to do the last page, which is this one. And I think they're a little too close because I don't think that's how cameras work. But I will check that, and people might not understand, like might not get it. Wholesome and winky winky. I feel. Shinzo looks pretty. I always draw him pretty. I don't know why. I feel bad, but at the same time, I don't. I don't like dirty stuff, to be honest. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't like dirty stuff either. It makes me uncomfortable. So that, like, again, more power to anyone that does like do that content, as long as it's like legal. And I always say just don't just push it in front of everyone's face. Partner, is that you? All right, sorry, my partner. So the like just came up, but so yeah, so that's one. The next one I'm probably gonna work on after I do cleanup here is going to be the next part to the series, which is Shinzo confronts Bakugo, and I'm trying to figure out how to draw that. So you guys are gonna watch me go through that process. So the process of Shinzo confronting Bakugo. So we'll see that. Okay. Cool. All right. Awesome. All right. So let's do this thing. And if anyone has any questions or comments, oh, I can just show you what it looks like right now. It's gonna be a little glitchy at the end, but like, this is what it looks like right now. And we just need to give Midoriya some sort of headphones. So we're that. Right. We are clean to go. Let's see. I'm sorry if like there's moments where I can't answer you guys. I'm looking down at a different screen and I have to look up to answer or like see what you wrote. So let's say, I'm gonna say like this. This head kind of starts here for a moment, so let's say that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do a bit of a change here. Unfortunately, I have to also like change his hair. I hope I can. I don't think it's on a different layer, so let's see how that goes. I like the stream. Very calm. Everyone's actually looking at all the comments and not many comments for them to get overwhelmed trying to read them. But yeah, like I wonder if that's ever gonna happen where it gets to a point where it gets over like that many comments, and I really hope not, but we'll see. Like it depends on how often one I do the stream, and two like how many people show up to watch it. But we'll see. I do like this amount. I've seen it go up to 50 before, but even at 50, it wasn't really that bad. Like, at least I can answer questions at the very least, if there was any. I always wondered what was the point of a chat when it got to that point, right? Like, because, like, I can't answer you back if it gets to that level. 1 second. Right. Well, then again, I could just change the bottom layer hair. That's the only thing that's different. So let's try that. Hey, there we go. So let's like do it as if the hair's here. Yay, fixing. Gotta love it. Gonna show in. Yep. And then we're gonna erase this part. And then all we have to do is copy over to the rest. Squire this year is awesome. We are doing really hard music, and since I'm a soprano, I'm excited every time I hit a high note. Oof, chef's kiss. I've been randomly crying. I don't know why. I'm sorry, dear. I took choir in fourth. I haven't ever since. That's weird that it was. Alright, listen, top chat, stop doing that. Hold on. It says there's 14 people, but I only see 3 people. Hold on. Can I get a roll call? Can I get a ada in the chat? Just to see how many people are there, because like it seems like it's glitching a little bit. Need to fix the headphones. Ada. Ada. Thank you. How's everyone doing? In general. Yeah, it could just be that like only 3 people are signed into YouTube, and it's saying that only there's 12 people total watching. It's fine. This feels accurate. I might have to do a flip, but there we go. Merged out. So it looks correct. Okay. Pretty much. Let me... Relationships can be awkward. I'm sorry. think that looks good. I might need to. Let me just. The hair looks kind of odd, but that's fine. Let me just. I think we got the hair before I like touched it too much. Let's see. There we go. That looks fine, I guess. You know what? I know what. It's like kind of. Let's see if I can. Has anyone played Life is Strange True Colors yet? True Colors? I don't know. Yeah, it's probably fine. There we go. Life is Strange is like a whole series. I think Donut Studios does it. No, I've never heard of it until like a few seconds ago. It is like the first one came out like years ago. Like not a lot, not that long ago, but like about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, if I remember. Someone can quote me if I'm wrong. But it is pretty much it's following. He's usually following one character in a world, like usually a small town, and that person has supernatural abilities. So the first one follows a girl named Max, and she moved back to her small town that she grew up in to join the creative department, like the school that was known for their creativity. So like the school has like like a photography program, stuff like that. And she finds out really quickly that hold on, I did something wrong. Okay. She finds out relatively quickly that she one day that she's able to rewind time, so go back in time pretty much, and she pretty much abandoned a longtime friend she had there when she was a child, and that friend has since I guess gone down a wrong path, like just like a a juvenile, a rebel or whatever, and uh, the whole series is literally just about them trying to solve missing persons uh, case about like from her friend's Chloe, if I remember. Chloe lost a really close friend of hers that she's known for a while. She apparently went missing. Everyone thinks she ran away, and they're trying to find out where she went. So there's that. So I'm not gonna. If anyone wants to actually play it, it's a really good game series. Um, I played Life is Strange 1 a couple of times. I've never played 2, and I don't plan on playing 2. You don't have to play it. It's not following the same storyline. It's usually a completely different character each time. But apparently, it's really tough to get through. Like it's usually like a hitting home kind of story. True Colors is the first one. I think that is done by Activision, if I remember correctly. And it just has more like I guess more help with development purposes. And it's so far it's really good. I am I guess halfway through, I think. And it's really good. This one is the strangeness in this one. The character has the ability to sense people's feelings, so she's an empath. And I liked how they visualized it. It's a really good series. Yes, probably Jacksepticeye played it. It just came out, I think, last week or like this month. It came out. I just started playing it recently last week, and it was a bit of it's a bit touchy for me. Like I like it a lot. I really liked how they represented empathy, that this girl can feel people's emotions. And I probably after the stream I might try to finish the next chapter. They do it in chapters, mind you. So like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, and I think chapter 5 is the final one. We'll see. But if you guys get the chance, please take a gander. It's a really good watch or play, whether you watch someone play it or not. I would, if you want to watch it and not watch like a YouTuber that try to make light of it, because it is a bit, the Life is Strange series is kind of heavy most of the time. I keep on drawing on the wrong layer, aren't I? Yep. Keep on doing this. Did you know? Okay, I'm just gonna erase it. Hold on. Somewhere over here. Alright. So we fixed Midoriya, I think. I put too much detail into those headphones, but it's fine. So let's say duplicate. Technically, I could just do this. Hold on. What am I doing? Merge down. I think. Right? I think I could just do that. If I play it, that was made in 2014. But my hair. Oof. Okay. Bye. Okay. I have my ideas for I want to do. I have ones I want to share. Oh, what happened? Like I only watched the first Life is Strange. I gotta go. Thanks. Stopping by, Sophia. I watched fanfic readers and my makers, Minecraft features, a few others. Bye, Sophia. Okay. Jesus, this is tedious. It always has been, but I can't find a better animation software that fits with my flow. So here we are. There we go. All right. The layers, all of the layers. I just watch people spend the money. I can't. Hi, Alicia. How are you? Thanks for stopping in. Man, a lot has been talked about. I updated everyone on what was going on. Alicia is someone I know in real IRL, so it's one of my friends. So thank you for stopping by. Almost done with this, and then everyone's got to help me with planning for the next part of this series, which is the confrontation between Shinzo and sorry, well, Katsuki, Bakugo. What it do, Melody? Checking something. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, and the last thing we're going to check is the eyes here. Because I don't think it needs to go all the way up like that. Let's try this. I'm just trying to see something. I'm going to duplicate this. Because I'm pretty sure, like, it's too high. I know Shinzo's tall, but he's not sitting down. He's not that tall. Like, So it's like more down here, right? I think that makes more sense. You know what? I'm gonna need this. I need onion skin on so I can see this. Boop. There you go. Just move it up a little bit. Yeah, that's not terribly high. What it do is, yes, Alicia, I clarified. What it do is just like, yo, what it do? Like, how are you? What's good? What's really good? What up? Pete, like, that's all. No worries. You just learned something new today, that's all. Alright, so this looks better. Oh, let's check. Yeah, like, this is too high. This is about right. So, let's clean that up. So we'll get rid of this one, delete, and duplicating that. And then we're going to raise the eyes so that, like, it looks like he just blinked open, right? So I think we're on the light right layer. Yep. Distort just a little bit. Maybe that's too high. Let's see if it is. And let's say this is hold for 10. I didn't miss anything, did I? My brain went dead. My brain always dies. The lingo is in my forte. I don't know how I feel about the greeting, to be honest. I don't have friends in real life. Aw, I'm sorry. I am working on the childhood friend AU at the moment. And that one is the Shinzo and Midoriya friend. Like, they've been friends since, and like, it's the what if they were friends when they were younger. They would lean on each other and support each other just because of, like, they are kind of seen as the undesirables of hero society, the quirkless and the villainous. Um, Melody. Oh, I'm doing good. That's adorable. Why was that hidden? Oh, okay, whatever. I don't know how to feel about the reading. Like YouTube just like stopped me from you posting immediately. Asked me if I was okay with that. I'm not sure why. Could be because of the fluffy head. Oh. So yeah, like, so that's what I'm working on. The last thing I drew. Well, there's a couple things I drew. Let me show. All my other stuff. Let's see. So I have this one. Well, this one had to be split up because I bit off more than I could chew, and I have to edit it. It's all done. Like all the art is done, but I need to connect it and apply audio, and I need to change Killer on the loose. I need to put ER in there. But yeah, so I need to go through, edit some last minute things in here. And this all got inked. Everything looks good. But because of the sheer amount of layers, I had to split it up, and that was exhausting. So yeah, so it's all done. I just need to edit that. So yeah. So friendship time. And then this one that we just started working on. Lots of Shinzos, of course. Honestly, want a pat. So yeah, so that's what we're working on. So like this one is Midoriya recording, and I might do some editing where like there's like the the REC recording button flashing. I was gonna see if there was an overlay I could use. Thank you, Leisha. I was a little surprised that like it still looks good. I still can animate because I haven't in a while. But it was a little stiff getting started. The dopeness. Oh, you guys are so sweet. But yeah, so that's me right now. This, and then I just have to. I think this is good. I'm trying to see if like I'm missing anything. Oh, I have to do the eyes. I really don't want to, because look at it. It's just like enough of a change that I have to. So let's. Oh, it's not that bad. Well, it kind of is because I have to. The mouth is changing, so I have to do something. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. 1 second. Let's move you here. So what's happening is I have to get rid of the eyes. All right, I'm going to do something real quick. I have to like. So to get rid of the eyes, but I also have to get rid of the mouth. Hold on. I have to get rid of this mouth, I think. Right? No, I did that backwards. Hold on. My bad, because, Jesus, okay. Yep, there we go. And I need to get rid of that mouth. See what I mean? This is glamorous life of an animator. What do I need to change? So we got the eyes at the very least. All I have to do is just clean up the eyes from this point on instead of right? Yeah. Question: have you seen a toxic Totodaku shipper? Isn't it rare to find some? Have I seen a toxic? I don't think so. I mean, like, if it's toxic, when you mean like toxic in terms of how shippers act, or toxic in terms of the relationship represented? because I have not seen anything toxic that way, but it can be toxic if someone made it that way. You know what I mean? Like a fan, like there some people make fan fictions that can be toxic, right? Because of the source material it's based off of, or not source material, like the story they're writing. If it's a toxic situation, like abusive relationships, or what's another one, like creating an age difference when there isn't any, stuff like that. Like then I'm like, okay, so you just went out of your way to make this toxic. um, it doesn't happen a lot, but like if you're looking for a fan fiction and then like, oh, I'm looking for a really good like fluffy fan fiction, and then you might find something and you're like, oh my god, and then you run away immediately. Uh, that's what that is a different thing though. So that you had to find that, you had to like go out of your way, kind of thing. So it's kind of rare. I agree with that. It was kind of hard to find something bad unless I like I was like, I can't find any good fan fiction. Where? Letita? Hello. Hi. How are you? Hopefully I said that right. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Let me see something. Like the way they act, but yeah, I don't like yandere, hero deku, stuff like this. That is something I don't support. Yeah, like something like that. Well, just in general, yandere is kind of weird, um, but I get it. It's a trope, like, or a type of Japanese trope. Same thing with tsundere, right? Like it's just like, but that's like the fluffy version. I just want fluff. All I find is smut. I read all the wholesome Totoro. Like, I like wholesome stuff. It is really hard to find just fluff. Like, I don't mind if, like, it's one of those fade to black kind of situations where, like, oh, hey, like, they're a married couple. But I don't really want to read it. It's more power to you if you can. Good for you. But it's meh. Like, more than likely, I am going to go for the really good story, or extra fluff. I don't mind if there's like a ship. Like, if I'm going for like a really good story, um, shipping would probably be on the back burner, but they will probably imply that there's a ship. Honestly, something. Just checking something. Alright. Doop doop. But yeah, that's, again, I haven't really seen any bad Totodeku ships. The only thing I see so far is like whenever what ends up happening is a lot of people just, if it's like a like a a gay ship, I guess, people just get upset if it's Bakudeku or Totodeku in general. So I don't know. Like, I never understood it. I think I know why, because like almost every time they're like, oh yeah, the fan base bullied the creator, and asked to make, a gay ship, and like they bullied him and sent him death threats, and that's always what they say. Give me the smut. Just kidding. Depends on the ship. It's Alicia. Short smut is fine, but like a whole chapter annoys me. I can't see my comments. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why that's happening. That could be a glitch of some sort. But yeah. So, alright, so this one, just a little focus here. E. Okay. And let's distort. Oh, that's a little too much. What happened there? Oh, okay. That's weird. we go. So we got, I think we have it, a nice smooth. Yep, there we go. Yeah, pretty much. Like, just just be respectful. That's all. Like, that's all anyone asks for. Just be respectful. Don't be weird. Um, I mean, just in any fandom, you're gonna find weirdos. That's just how it goes. But fun fact. So I have the straight shippers. So I would they kindly shut their lips for at least a millisecond? Yeah, like what I was saying before was like the only argument I always get when like they're like because they jump on the Totodeku bit, is that like, oh yeah, like because that was one of the ships that I guess was shoved down his throat. I guess I don't know. And like people were like, oh, it's people like you, right? Like that's what ended up happening. So so now people go after any gay ship representation, um, and shit on it. Doesn't matter if it's like PG 13, like anything. Um, and yeah, like I'm just here living my best life. That's all. Leave me be. I'm okay. I think we're good. Let's see. So these are just like the sketches that I had before. I might have to adjust this. And I was going to color it, but like it gets really exhausting coloring all of them, so I'm only gonna like do that once I'm back up to it again. But yeah, so like this was the original sketches. This is the placement sketches, and then this is the cleanup that got moved down. I don't know why I moved it down. Oh, because like the legs made no sense. Okay, so I wish there was a way I could get them both in there for this, like this particular showing here. There might be a way. Let's see. I like again for me as long as you're not shitting on any or like you hunt other shippers down. I guess I'm fine. I love coloring. I love coloring. It's just that like this is how it's going. Right? If I color this, I have to color each and every one of these frames, and it's just a copy and paste situation. But it's tedious, and sometimes I just want to get content out there. So I might change my mind, but right now I think everything's in place. I just need to see if I can make this fit. But I really like how this turned out, so I might not. I might like do my own line art sketch of this later, probably, because I do like Shinzo here. Yeah, I really like Shinzo here. So we'll do this, and I think these are together. And let's turn these off. I need to do the headphones again. Hold on. I designed a whole new type of headphone, and give me 1 second. I'm gonna cut it and copy it. No. Just so I have it. No, it can go away. I just need one copy. But yeah, like the only issue that I had with, and this is like the only straight ship I like in My Hero Academia. Well, no, there's two. Is Jiro and Denki, and this one's based off of the movie, the first movie. Midoriya and what was her name again? Because I feel bad because Melissa Shield, because I thought that was really cute, and I'm like, oh my god, and I've seen some fan art for it, and I'm like, that's freaking adorable, and I would love that story dynamic because they were both he's quirkless, and ends up having a quirk, and she does not have a quirk at all, but she decided that she was going to do something with her quirklessness and decided to become a sport engineer, right? So like I thought that would be really cool. I can imagine like the drama of that. And I really like it. In terms of what Mina and Kirishima, like it just seemed like it kind of came out of nowhere. Like it was one of those things where you wouldn't know that they knew each other unless there was that one episode where we had like a backstory for Kirishima and that he was friends with Mina before and that he looked up to her. And I was like, oh, okay, like that's nice, I guess. Yeah, like it just felt more like he admired her than him liking her or her liking him because it doesn't even seem like she acknowledges that she likes him either. Uh, and I don't think there's an acknowledgement of him liking her either. So there's that too. But but yeah, so like Kiri and Jiro, Kirishima, not Kirishima, Kaminari and Jiro, I love very much. I think it's adorable. I barely ship any straight thing. So yeah, like so that one and Midoriya and Melissa, Midoriya and I think I told you all before why I don't ship them. It's not that they're not adorable. It's just when I draw Midoriya, the last few times I drew Ochako, it's the same character design, just made female. So that's why I'm like, oh, big round eyes. Uh, like just the eyebrows are different and the hair's different. Like it's literally like you gave Midoriya a wig and then put on foundation and you gave him a waist trainer and called it a day. Like like that's what it felt like to me. Like when I drew her and I'm like, okay, there's two people that look exactly the same that are similar heights, that have the same eye type and face type and are cute and adorable. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of shipping the same type of person visually. So that's just me. Um, if I don't know, like what could have saved that if it was a different person or like gave her a different look, probably. Like if she was like the cool and collected type, probably I would go for that. Again, that's why Todoroki. It's like opposites attract a little bit. And I think I told you guys why I don't like Baku Deku. I don't mind if people like it. But I don't like it just because I was bullied as a kid and I would never think of dating my bully even 10 years later. So that's just me. That's personal to me. Because they put me through hell. And just saying I'm sorry isn't really enough for me. So, like, it's one of those things where, like, we have to have a full conversation. And then I'm not dating you. We're going to be friends. That's about it. But that's me. I like Ochako and Nezuko, but I have a preference for Toto. Yeah. I love Ida Ochako. That one's adorable. Like, I love, because it's one of those friends to lovers kind of situation for Ida Ochako. It's cute. And I'm for it. For some reason, it just doesn't really have the same feel for some reason, but there's something else I need to do too here. 1 second. I need to clip mask. I need to change the color of this because I forgot to do that. I used purple, like a dark purple. And he is green. And Shinzo is purple coated. Okay. 100% leash. But yeah, so that's just how I feel. I think someone on TikTok had like explained why people tend to ship the way they do. For My Hero Academia at the very least, is because they don't really characterize the females very well. The ladies, they don't. Welcome back, Sophia. Seriously, boy and bubbly queen is for me. Yes, I love that. Like that's why that's what My Hero Academia does. Unfortunately, is that they ship similar people, and it's not my stuff. Like they try to make canon similar types of people. So like like Todoroki and Momo, right? Like Momo is very, they're both rich. They both are to themselves, but excel in different ways. And they are kind of the same, but one is a little bit more bubbly than the other. So there is like the bubbly queen, but Momo tends to stick to herself a lot, and then slowly opens up, and just wants to make friends. Whereas Todoroki does not care if he has friends until he meets Midoriya, right? So that's fine. I think it would just been a little bit more interesting, for instance, if Momo, uh, at least in that dynamic, if she was the opposite of Todoroki. So that could have been a bit more edgy, a bit more snarky, a little bit more something opposite in a way. So like they're very similar, but not exactly the same, and different stylings too. Gotta run to keep up the dopeness. Bye everyone. Thank you, Leash, for stopping by. But yeah, so that's one reason why, like, if they had, it is not my thing either. Like, but that's what they tried to push, um, as well, in the show. It just seems like last minute. Oh yeah, guys like girls, right? Like it's just like, and the thing about it is, I don't know that much about the female characters. I really don't. So, for instance, I know Momo's rich. I know that she got like recommended to the class. I don't know that much about her as a person. Like I know a lot about Midoriya. I know a lot about Todoroki. I know a bit about Bakugo and his connection to Midoriya. I know more about Kirishima than Mina. I would love to learn more about Mina. I would love to learn more about any of the girls in the class. I don't know nothing. It might be a little easier to ship them if we did. So that's my thing personally, but I think that's one reason why there's a lot of ships for the boys, because they're fleshed out characters. And yeah, that's it. Like I forgot who said that. It's a TikToker said it at some point or explained it. But yeah, that's my stance. I always get passionate about it, so thank you. But like back to what I was saying when I first started. Would you? Because I don't think I asked. Um, what is it? I just stopped by to say hi. I'll probably come in a bit off later. Give the gals more flavor. Yes, give them something. Like I would have. Like I think we know a little bit more about Jiro too. I think we have a little bit of insight into that. I don't know that much about anyone else. And it makes me sad because I think we have more insight into, what was her name again? It's not Toga. It's Toga, right? Like, wow, it's been a while. I apologize. Yeah, Toga. We have more insights into Toga as a character than we have any other female character. Um, Stay as long as you can, Alex. I appreciate you no matter what. But yeah, like Toga, we have a lot more insight into than any other female character, and that pisses me off because it's like, okay, well, I'm glad. Yes, thank you, but what about the other female character? Like we finally did. I think you've learned more about her. Because like I'm mostly caught up with the manga, but you do end up finding out more about her in that, and I mean I don't know. I'm pretty sure we don't find out that much about the other characters, and that bothers me. Because I'm like, oh, okay, so we're just gonna avoid all these, or like even Hatsume Mei, the support crazy girl that gives off the tech princess from She-Ra vibes. Like I even like her more, even though I don't know anything about her, because of her how much of a loud character she is. But I'm like, tell me more. Like, she's a workaholic. Why? Like, I need to know. But I think Shin Kami is overrated. I like, for instance, I do like Shindeku as well. It's just not my go-to personally. But I was like, oh, all of them are preppy girls. I hate it. Like, I wanted like a character like Bakugo, similar to Bakugo, that was a girl. That would have been great. But we don't have that. I wanted some more rebellious girls or more like loud girls, and there wasn't. Um, it was just all like, oh hey, like come on guys, stop it. You know, we gotta listen. We gotta stay together. We gotta be nurturing and cool. But like, I wanted more, and almost all the other girls in different classes were more interesting than the ones in 1A, unfortunately. And Trapped as secret sister, yes. So yeah, I'm not gonna like spoil too much. Then I won't like talk about the manga, but yeah, I think you learn more about Toga. I don't you don't get insight into any other girl really, um, and that makes me sad because there was potential there, right? So yeah, it's just hold on, I'm just like gonna do the cleanup here. Doop doop. Nope. And there we go. Just need to get rid of the ear here. There we go. I think I need to catch up with the recent chapter of the manga. I have not been caught up on the manga for a little bit, so I have some reading to do. I think maybe once I go a little bit more often. Yeah. Alright, I think we are good. I need to do the text in. Ooh, nope. Did the wrong thing. 1 second. Oh, I can just do alpha lock too. 1 second. I need to keep on remembering alpha. I don't really like doing it just because I layer things a little bit more, and I want to, if I made a mistake, I want to be able to go back easier. But yeah. So I think this is it. Oh, one other thing, because it got erased in this process. Sweat drop. Oop. There you go. Right. Oh wait, I forgot a thing. 1 second. The timed this. Let's give it 15. Hold for 15 or 14, because I'm not gonna. Boop. Right. Now I'm working on timing. Let's see. Let's make this 13. Boop. I do like Momo and Araka. Like, I like their motivations. I don't know that much about them. Like, in terms, well, no, I do know about like Araka and her family, as well as Momo being rich and her motivations of being a better leader. But I don't know that much. I don't think I know that much about Momo otherwise. Like, I don't think we know about her parents. We don't know about anything else. And I would love to. It's one of those things where, like, oh, someone probably made a fan fiction about that. About Momo. But people were more focused on Midoriya, Bakugo, Todoroki. Because, like, I mean, Todoroki's character is Todoroki's character is a bit more, like, it's fully fleshed out, right? Like, we know everything about Todoroki's life, I think. Well, again, I'm not gonna spoil, but like in the manga, like you pretty much essentially find out everything about Todoroki and his home life before, his home life now, his family dynamic, his mom, his dad, his siblings. Like you learn about everything, and out of Midoriya, even Midoriya, we don't know anything about his father. We don't know anything about like him growing up and what bullying was like. We just know that he probably was bullied because of his quirklessness, you know, and that's about it. Like, I would say we know Todoroki, then Midoriya second, then Bakugo third. I think we know about Ida a little bit of his family situation, that like home, like family of, a family of superheroes. Needs more stuff about Momo. Like more recently in the manga, Orgo did something huge in the manga. Ah, okay, I'll read that. I don't think I got up to that then. 1 second. Dang it. So yay, we got this good. I'm glad we have 2 things to like upload soon. I will be posting to Patreon first. I usually do 2 days prior, and then I drop the video on YouTube. I just need to map out. I repeated, sorry. Oof, you good. 1 second, I'm just scratching my head. All right, let's see. I'm checking. I appreciate you all for being here. I really do. It's been a rough year, so I'm just glad I'm feeling like myself again. And hopefully it stays that way. It's just been rough. So, but thank you all. I appreciate it. I'm still staying on. Don't mind you. I just wanted to say I appreciate y'all. Let's see. Now we're going to do some storyboarding for the next part. What? This. Sorry. Why is this one? Yep. Okay. So this is going to be, I've been torn between, because this is the Shinzo confronts Bakugo thing. So I'm torn between, I have problems repeating stuff. You're good. I am going to check something real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm like checking things out. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Sorry, just someone sent me a message that I was repeating. All right, so this is going to be, don't know what to call it yet. I've been trying to figure out which audio I'm going to be using because I wanted to use So What by Pink. Then there's is it Smack Bitch, I think is what it's called. Oh, I see. Thank you. I think it's called Smack a Bitch, which is by a rapper named Rico Nasty. And I think there's one other one. If you don't like me, bitch, fight me, bitch. Like, I forgot what that one's called. If you don't. Let's see. It's just called Fight Me. Alright, so Fight Me by Molly. Where is he? So let's do some mapping here and then erase it when he realizes his mistake. Oh, damn. Okay. Oof. Ow. I like So What. The whole it's gonna be kind of like the na 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 na. We're gonna start a fight. I taught a kid how to curse in Spanish, and I didn't tell him he was cursing until the other Spanish speakers looked at him and told him, "Damn." Ooh, wait. No, that's not what I meant. Go back. Okay, so let's see. So what? Because I like so what a little bit more. Just because it's fun, but also can be taken as like I'm a. So it's like I guess I just lost my husband. I don't know where. Like I'm not gonna use the husband part. I'm gonna be like I want to get in trouble. I want to get in trouble. I want to start a fight. Na 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 na. I want to start a fight. Na 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 na. I want to start a fight. So what? I'm still a rock star. I got my rock moves, and I don't need you. And guess what? That part, like that's probably what I'm gonna be using. Let me just check, cause like I'm making sure this isn't like terribly romantic. Check my flow. The waiter just took my table and gave it to Jessica Sims. I guess I'll just sit with Drum Boy. At least you know how's a hit. What if the song's on the radio? Then somebody's gonna die. I want to get in trouble. My ex will start a fight. Okay, sorry. This is really cute. Can we do so what? So you want to do so what? All right, I like it. So what then? The other ones like were like too much, I guess. Like I don't know, like it was just too hard. Like it started off. Yeah, yeah, villain Deku vibes is the best way to put it. And I just want it to be like fun, but also like clearly like Shinzo's not happy. It's meant to be kind of like he hits and runs, to be honest, but like we'll see how it goes. So let's see how are we doing this. I want to do some sketches, and then we'll see how that goes because I have no idea. Um, yeah, I guess I need to go to English class. Let's see. Anyone else? Mm-hmm. Righty. All right. So I am going to let's see. Let's start with the high tense moment. So let's see if I can get this right because I suck at action poses or dynamic poses. So we'll see how that goes. You know what? Let me do it on a wide. Like you know, I'm gonna. So this is gonna be where it's drawn. Like I'm gonna pop in the illustrations or the sketches, but I need a lot more real estate right now. So let's try. Eh, come on, there we go. How does that look? I'm trying to like grab. He's grabbing his shirt. You have to leave in 10 minutes. Oh, okay. Let's see. I started at 7 Eastern, so it is 8:20. No, I will probably be on for another 40 minutes. Yep, 40 minutes. Um, Depending. So we'll see. Me creating the vibe. Just don't mind me and my sketchiness. Hello. Oh, hi, Shinzo. Let's see. Also, I have to leave in 10 minutes. I have school tomorrow, and I want to pass my classes. Not fall asleep though. I have sometimes, but not gotten in trouble. You're all good. I'm drawing Shinzo and Bakugo fighting because that's going to be the next installment of the childhood friend AU after the 3 minute long emotional like roller coaster that I did last time. Um, but yeah, no worries. Stop. I'm glad you stopped by in general, Alex. So thanks. But please take care of yourself. You're important. Right now, I'm trying to. I'm doing like thought drawing, so like doing like the poses first, or like the where the joints are. I think he has like a. Let's say he just came from school, so he has like his jacket on and stuff. I'll be back after my shower, but I'll talk. I will try to sleep at 10 or 11. Yes, please. I am drawing you, Shinzo. Okay. He just reminds me of a cat. Jeez. Oh, nothing much. I'm just tired. It's been a long few months. But all is good. Everything's balancing out in my life. Hopefully it stays that way. But I'm okay. How are you? How are you doing? Hmm. Can I go live with other people? I don't know how. I am very new to this. I have to take care of myself because of my health issues that affect my life. I'm sorry. I know that feeling. How does one go live with other people? Yeah, I might have to do like a adjustment with the body, like do like a flip situation to make sure this is accurate. Okay. I'm sorry. It's so modern. Let's see. I might have to make that smaller one second. Chest is kind of like. So if we're doing like the scruff of someone's neck and stuff, let's see. Ugh, I hate drawing this way. 1 second. I like to draw from this side. I do not like drawing from this side where like this is where the eyes are and the nose. I hate it. I don't know why. Who are you drawing again? I am drawing Shinzo and Bakugo right now. They are fighting. That's the next part to something I'm working on. So like, oh. I love it when you're like, as a artist, like when you're drawing and then like your face changes to match the look. I want to draw a Tododaku wedding, and that's be so cute. I love Shinzo's look back. Yep, like I might have to readjust that because like for school, I'm assuming his hair is a little bit more slick back than normal, but like we'll see. This is like his previous school. I forgot where he went. I think it was like Nabu High or something like that. And then like Bakugo does not wear a tie. He is going to probably, sorry, like grab his hand here. Let me see. So someone's grabbing by the scruff of the neck. He probably is, yeah. I have never drawn someone getting punched in the face before. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to use some help. I'm going to need some references. Yeah. I might need to adjust where he is too. So if his hand is like... Yeah, let me see something. This is more accurate, I think. He's also shorter than Shinzo, so this is gonna be funny. How much shorter is he than Shinzo? Wait, what? Like this is the next part to the childhood friend AU. Like the third part, Midoriya. I think it's the third part, right? Third or fourth. Midoriya like goes to a park to like clear his head, and then Shinzo comes to find him because he never came home according to his mom. So he hunts his friend down and then finds out that like Bakugo had thought that Midoriya was applying for the hero course instead of the support class course, and instead which he wasn't, and he kind of terrorized Midoriya a little harder than normal until like he clarified that he was going for the support course. But that made Midoriya feel a certain way because he was trying really hard not to think about trying to like place it. 1 second. He was trying to be okay with just going to the support course versus like he's always wanted to be a hero, and of course Bakugo kind of brought it all back. It reminded him like, hey, I know you want to be a hero. I know you want to be a hero, but hey, let's put reminders in your face every time that you can't be a hero, including your childhood friend. So Midoriya just feels shitty. And Shinzo makes him feel better. And then Shinzo pretty much ends off saying, like, I am going to get him. I'm going to beat his ass. You know, so this is that moment. And I'm just, like, doing storyboarding at the moment, so it's going to be really rough sketches. I just wanted to, like, place everything body-wise. And hopefully I get it right. Because, again, like, I don't normally draw fighting scenes. But this'll probably help in some way. And Bakugo tends to do a certain thing with his hands where it's kind of like he's getting ready to grab someone always, like that, because of his quirk, right? His burp, burp, burp. Also be like his usual, like, his cat face. I have a question. Is the childhood friend AU supposed to be Shindeko, or is that up to personal interpretation? Because their interactions can be seen as either platonic or romantic. Yes. I have it so that what you just said, that it's up to personal interpretation. I am drawing it so that I wished that I used to be a touch starved child, because I'm, as I don't know, like, not a lot of people know, but I am demisexual. For the longest time, I just thought that I was asexual. But I do appreciate cuddles, hugs, interactions like that. And a lot of my friends that became really good friends and still friends to this day know that about me, and I tend to like interactions and, you know, just platonic affection, pretty much. So I tend to draw that the way, like, that's just me. I tend to draw that way. But I was more aiming for a platonic. So, or you can also see it as one of them being asexual more than the other. Like, you know, like if that's how you want to see it that way. But like, it's supposed to be a platonic relationship. A platonic, like, it's just a friendship. I'm really close. Because if this was, I guess, when you see two boys like being that close, it seems very romantic in general. But I also like soft boy hour. That's platonic too. So that's kind of what I was aiming for. If people want to see it in romantic light, by all means. But I'm probably not going to cross a certain line where it's clearly like, oh, this is romance. Like, that is not going to happen in this series. If it is, like, I'll let you guys know if that ever shifts, but right now I just want it to be that way. I'm confused. I'm probably asexual and gray romantic, and I am not sure. Gotcha. Thank you. No problem. So I'll explain. So asexuality is on a spectrum. I'm still learning more myself. I just know what I am. I don't. Demisexuality, which is on that spectrum, is pretty much you don't feel attraction to anyone until you become very good friends with them. And in regards to that, a lot of people have said in response to me, like, well, yeah, like, that makes sense. Like, the partner that I'm with, you know, like, oh yeah, you're attracted to him, and you got to know them, XYZ. And I'm like, that's not what I mean. I mean that, like, I don't see female bodies or male bodies or non-binary bodies and be like, oh man, yeah, I wanna hit that. Like, I don't I don't think about that. I don't, like, I just see that, like, oh, they're very pretty, or they're attractive, or they're not attractive. I don't feel like, oh man, like, I want to get that. Like, that's not my first thought. My first thought probably is that, like, oh, they're like, you're cute, or like, oh, like, they're interesting, and then I move on. Um, for instance, my partner, I'm married, for instance, I got to know them over the course of 6 months, 5 to 6 months. And I slowly started gaining feelings and attraction towards them. Um, and that is the only other. I've maybe felt this way 2 times in my life where I wanted to date. I don't want to date people. It's not my thing. I used to think I was Demi, but then when people say Demi is like normal dating, it's annoying. I really don't like when people are like, yeah, that's how it is. I'm like, no, because like I literally hear stories about how guys had literally have no problem, or girls have no problem just like, yeah, like I want to touch that or grab that. Like I want to be involved in that. I want to be in there. Like, or like one night stands make no sense to me, right? So like, oh yeah, like some people go out and they're like, oh, I just want to find someone to do the thing and get this out of my system. And I'm like, I'm good. I don't need that. You know, some people do. I don't. So I'm like, I'm not really gonna try to find a random person and maybe have attraction to them. No, nah. And I don't like it when people touch me. Like when I go out, when I used to go out clubbing, because I don't anymore, because of COVID. But like, that's an example, right? Like, I would go clubbing and someone would want to dance with me by sight, and they would get grabby, and not in a like a crossing a boundary line, just more like, hey, yeah, you know, kind of thing. And I'm like, no, stop touching me, kind of thing. So I don't like it that way. But with someone that I trust, a friend of mine, I don't mind having platonic affection of some sort. I love cuddling, and stuff like that. But I will probably never initiate it. I will definitely cuddle my partner, but with a very close friend of mine that knows me and I trust, I have no problem with them cuddling me or hug me or anything like that. So, yeah, that's the like I just kind of like realized further. I'm like, yep, definitely Demi. The people are cute. I think everyone's adorable. I'm what is it like? Someone said like I'm pan romantic. If I got to know any person or any gender identity like to that level, I probably would date them, but it would take a little bit, and I don't trust easily. So there it is. You're all valid, and I appreciate you. Aw. Yes. From my now ex, we met. Then I got feelings after 2 years. I still like them. It's been 5 years. Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like the affection will, like you'll, when you get, it might take some time to get. It's also opening up to people or choosing to open up to people. But I just don't feel the attraction to a body. Is the best way to put it. I don't feel that. I can identify when someone's hot for sure, but I'm like, yeah, they are. So, you know, like that's how I feel. It's rarely been like, and I've never been hit on that hard to be like, oh yeah, oh my gosh, ooh. like, like if they have, I'm like, yeah, okay, thanks. Or my personal favorite, I don't know when someone's hitting on me. Sometimes I just think that they're being really friendly, or they want to share their life, and then someone has to like walk me through that. Oh no, they were hitting on you, and they were trying to gauge if you like them too. I'm like, oh well, no, don't care anyway. I have got a partner at home, you know. So that's me. Sorry. So yeah, that's how I know I'm on the ace spectrum. Um, but again, I've only really romantically felt attraction to two people in my life. Um, and yeah, everyone's hot to me. Exactly. So, but yeah, like if you ever have questions about it, because again, I'm also learning because there's more to the spectrum than just demisexuality. There's like, what is it like? There's what is it like? There's asexual, then there's aromantic, which you don't have romantic feelings at all for anyone. And then there's asexual, just meaning that like you don't have any sexual attraction to anyone. And apparently that's another type like that one I don't fully understand because I haven't really fully looked into it, but it's just the concept of I can be romantically connected to anyone, if we get to that point, but then there's people that just don't want to be romantically connected or can't be romantically connected. So yeah, I should post a new video. Awesome. I think this is good, right? Sorry, now back into art. 1 second. So this is his arm right here, and I'll clean that up later. I might need to adjust him or adjust Bakugo. I don't know how to draw Bakugo's hair from the side. 1 second. How does it say? Like, he has spikes in the front, and then it's a lot shorter than I tend to draw his hair. So, like, I will fix it. I'm not the big... I need to get over the, like, oh man, yeah, Bakugo. Did you know there's a sexuality for people that can feel romantic attraction, but don't want to feel the same attraction for someone in return? I did not know that. What is that one called? Hit on me. I've gotten touched, so I don't like being or a person is too touchy. I study sexualities. Like, there's homosexual, biromantic, which means romantic and sexual attractions of the same gender, but only romantic towards the opposite. Oh, interesting. I feel like I might have heard that before, actually. Bakugo's hair always, like, confounds me. What time is it? I will be on for another 15 minutes, peeps. I might stay on longer. I might just do like a be right back message and then come back kind of situation. We'll see. I'm not leaving now. Like I was gonna leave top of the hour. So 15 minutes from now. If I don't leave, I'll just like put this on like be right back because I just need to eat. That's another thing. But yeah, we'll see. Hi, welcome. You're fine. It just seemed like a lot of people were busy today, so it's all Gucci. I think this is good, right? We got a good storyboard here. Storyboarding is just like getting the main shape right. I think this is correct. Hold on. Did someone just message me on? Hold on a second. I just got a message on my Discord, so give me a second. Where is it? I swore someone just messaged me. I guess not. Sorry. Where'd this person go? Someone definitely just messaged me. Where were they? The heck? Oh, okay. Interesting. Alright, anyway. I love watching the art process that artists use. It's so cool to see how styles can vary so differently in something as simple as sketches. Yeah, I always seem surprised to see like how it looked before. I try to get over is like right now I just said, oh, I don't know how to do action scenes. I really suck at it. Like so I tend to stop myself. But this to me is still good. It's just stiff. I might try to do some way to make it more fluid, for instance. So like get the arms a little bit more less rigid. But I think this is the same eye level, right? Let's see. Whoop. I might change Shinzo's eyes, maybe. So let's see. And then low. And here's like. Okay. Yep. It will definitely change over time. Bakugo equals splody porcupine. So that looks better. Let's see. Today's Thursday. Okay. So that's one we got. Let's see if we can do another. Let's do one with Shinzo rolling up. So let's try. It's an angry pose. It's like he just like came around the corner kind of thing. Let's see. Fluidity. Let's try it. Too long. Sorry if this doesn't make sense yet. That is too diesel for a middle schooler. Hold on. Shinzo's eye bags probably rival the size of Bakugo's eagle. Oh my god. Yeah. Yes. It's like that is no easy task. Kind of like, hey, asshole. Sorry, setting the vibe so that I can like properly do this. Ooh, that's a good idea. Say, hey, asshole. That's like a command that he's sending out. Bakugo slander hour. He's like sends out like a mental pulse kind of thing, like his reaching out to like mind control, and then he mind controls him to punch himself in the face, and then he like rolls up and grabs him by the shirt. I like that more. Ooh, yep. See, storyboard in process. It's all in my head. Let's see. Oops, that was a race. Ear's too big, I think. That one. No problem. Thank you for stopping by, Alex. Appreciate you. and take care. I might take a break in a second. I might stay on a little longer than I said I was going to, but I do need to eat. So what do you guys think? Should I like pause here for now, or can just take a break and come back? It's either that or like, what am I doing next week? I know his quirk is called brainwashing, but technically, isn't it more like making a person sleepwalk? Yeah, like someone actually did like a really cool, what is it, like a fan fiction where like Midoriya looked further into his quirk and found out that he just puts people into a deep, not deep, it's like they're in REM sleep, forced into REM sleep, which or like a type of sleep where their eyes are in REM sleep, rapid eye movement, where they're more suggestive to do certain things, and they're sleepwalking while that's happening. That's why their eyes look white or something like that. It's their eyes moving so fast that it just looks like there's a space of white between. So yeah, like it was a really cool concept. But that's what I always thought. I thought it was really cool, but they don't. I don't know if they actually further look into that in the manga or not. I really need to catch up with some stuff. Thank y'all. All right. I will be right back. Oh, Daniela. Hi. I'm going to go on a break right now. I will be right back. I just need to eat. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. So, hello. No problem. So, don't worry. I'll be back. I just need to make a plate of food and start eating so that it's not like you hear me smacking over here. And I appreciate y'all. So I will be right back. So sit tight. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are great. BRB. Hello, I am back. How's everyone doing? I still have half of my food left, but I'm not gonna like inhale it either. So, but yeah, welcome. Anyone? I don't know if anyone new hopped on, so let me just check. I know Danielle. I just saw. I see a couple new people. Hello. Let me see. I don't know what's happening, but it keeps on saying like there's not that many participants, and I'm not entirely sure why because it says there's 11. It just says like there's one person here, and that's not true. So, anyway, hello, everyone. Seife here. I am in the middle of drawing or storyboarding out the next part for the childhood friend AU. If y'all remember, it ended with Shinzo and Midoriya having a heart to heart in a child park. It's meant to be the same child park as that starts off the series for My Hero Academia. A and so yeah, like that's what's supposed to happen there. Um, but uh, it ends pretty much where Midoriya has a heart to heart. Shinzo uses his quirk to calm Midoriya down. And he says that pretty much no matter what dream you have, we'll make it happen. We'll try to make it happen. Don't give up, pretty much. Like, if the for sure fire way to get into UA is the support course, let's start there. It just might not be the way you expect. Yada yada. So, like, they're, being good friends and stuff like that. Um, it ends where Shinzo says, like, I'm probably going to beat Bakugo's ass. So that's what this is. Like, it might not be like an actual like ass whooping, but it could just be like, oh, hey, you know what I mean. So like, thank you. I am back. So there's that. So before I continue, I'm going to try to make this quick because I did at the very beginning. But if there's any new people that weren't here, I'll update. So let me look at my little list. Life updates. I was gone for about 3 months. As you guys have seen, I tried to be present. I just couldn't. Not only was work. Stella, stop it. Sorry, my cat apparently wants something to eat because she's starting to eat on my wires for my computer. But life events. What ended up happening was I posted on TikTok. I kind of like mentioned it in YouTube. I wasn't feeling terribly well. I had caught COVID at the beginning of this year. That took me out in March and early April. I thought I was better, but apparently I have long hauler symptoms. So I have, so for about a few months, I couldn't really eat very much. So like I just couldn't hold anything down. And like I had to watch how much I ate, so like it felt like one thing was enough to fill me. Like for instance, like a bar or something like that. So I couldn't eat. And with my health not being great, my mental health didn't do so well either. And then with the hate I kept on randomly getting throughout the 3 months, so like every week or every 2 weeks, I would get hate rated a little bit or hate bombed on TikTok and or well, not really on YouTube anymore, but like TikTok, it was just like if something happened in the series, I guess, in the manga, or if something happened in the anime, uh, my videos would like pop up for people and there'd be a slew of likes, but then there'd be a whole bunch of like people trying to us like a couple people said like try to get me banned or get me removed from TikTok. Which wow. Like that was their full intention. Good on them, I guess. Sometimes a good friend matches or your bully. Yes. Um, but outside of that, I had started doing TTRPGs, streaming, and I wanted to connect my TTRPG and podcasting life with my art life because I feel like that would help with boosting a lot of for me as well as other people. But because of all the hate reading, I just decided to keep it separate. So, for instance, like if you go to my TikTok, if you guys have seen my face before, I removed all my face, any mention of my face, just so that people are not assholes. I don't like that I had to do that, but that's how bad it was getting. Um, and like things are balancing out. I moved into a house. Work is stabilizing, so I'm getting back into doing my animatics and my animation again, and I'm happy. Let's hope that it stays that way. I'm planning out my stream schedule here. Like I know my Thursdays might be taken up soon, but I can do as much as I can, and then it might adjust to a different day. Um, AU focus. I will be focusing on this one right now, childhood friend AU, because that's the one that's close to my heart. It is my comfort more than anything. So like in terms of platonic friendship, that's something I need and I want to draw more of. I just need a friend in my corner, and I've had a lot of friends in the last few months that made me feel like I was more than what I was feeling. So there's that. I'll be shifting Pro Hero Power Couple AU content in the next few weeks over to private. So I will be. So, for instance, the only way you're going to see that content is if it's on Patreon, if you're like a subscriber on Patreon, and now that I'm a YouTube partner, I can make a subscription service with YouTube with that as well. Obviously, it's going to stay safe for work. If you know me, I don't like not safe for work, drawing it or anything like that. But I just I'm going to be moving into private just because that's where the hate is coming from more than anything. It's just exhausting. Repeating myself, blocking people constantly, deleting comments. It's a war of attrition. So, yes. Potential original content will be coming over the course of as I get more warmed up and stuff like that. So that would be like original characters that I've made or played before as a TTRPG person. I have stories that I have never been able to tell because like I didn't feel like I was strong enough to tell them, and now I can. So we'll see how that turns out. So that is what's going to happen with this channel. We'll see how that goes. And that's the update. Without further ado, back into it. So we're doing the childhood friend AU. Right now it's going to be... I have no idea how it's going to start, but we kind of came up with, as I was drawing, that like Shinzo pretty much screams out, "Hey, asshole." And that's initiating... obviously, Bakugo's going to respond, and then he's going to brainwash him, and then brainwash him to punch himself in the face, which automatically wakes him up. But it's a good way to like start the fight without starting the fight yourself. And I feel like Shinzo would do that. So yeah. And I'm sorry if you guys have any questions about anything I said before, please feel free to ask me. I will try to answer. And yeah, 1 second. It sucks that you were getting hate doing things that you were enjoying. Hopefully things get better with your shift with you shifting things over. I hope so. We'll see. I don't like that I had to. Cause like you shouldn't have to stop doing a certain thing. But the thing that bothered me was that like I wasn't the only one this happened to. A lot of artists like kind of took a break on TikTok from ship stuff, like ship related things. Um, and there's even been people that just straight up changed their content over to different types of art. So, for instance, um, what's an example? Like I forgot one of the artists that I followed. They did no, not Bakudeku. Like they shipped themselves in Midoriya. But they did like Bakudeku. And people did not like that, even if it was like a self insert. And they got a lot of hate for it very often. I don't know if it ever crossed over to inappropriateness because I wasn't really following them that much. But from what I seen, it wasn't. And they were pretty young too. So it's just like a lot of people kind of use this as a way to outlet what they're going through. They were trying to find out what their identity was in terms of gender. So that was also something that was happening. And it was a way for them to explore that, I thought, in my personal opinion, as well as like, hey, Midoriya is super cute. And a lot of people are like, yo, I ship you with Midoriya. And I thought it was really adorable and their art style was great. But they ended up getting so much hate regularly that they just don't do My Hero Academia art anymore. And they even said that like, don't you miss drawing this? And I was like, yeah, but like people suck. Unfortunately. But it is what it is. So again, I'm gonna focus on stuff that's not ship focused, I guess. It'll be focused on this again is like focused on friendship and overcome and having such a good friend that is in your corner no matter what. Someone asked earlier if this could be seen as romantic. Yes, it can be seen as romantic, but that is not my focus. It's more focused on like having someone always in your corner. If you want to see it that way, you can, but that is, I'm not going to really do anything that goes into the realm of romanticness. Like, that's straight up like, oh, clearly they're a couple. I'm not going to do that. So yeah. I should have not. So I did a mistake here. See, like, I really should not have done this, which is getting into detail work already. For storyboarding, you kind of want to just keep it loose for the purpose of like fluidity. So by pigeonholing myself essentially into that pose, like I was starting to draw clothing around him, would have stopped with. So we're trying to make him like angry, and I want to add that into body language too. My main issue is that like he's a middle schooler, so like I'm used to drawing grown men, so I'm trying to like dial it back. So I'm gonna try that, draw what I know right now, and then I'll dial it back. But like we'll see how that goes in a second. Any questions, comments, or concerns that you may have, please bring it up. Let's keep the conversation rolling. I wish I was a little bit more talkative right now, but I apologize. Y'all are great though. Don't worry. Just keeping it fluid. Okay. Yeah, right. Like this, I made him buff. Like that's what I mean. I'm like, he's a middle schooler. I'm used to drawing like 20 something year olds, so I need to like back it up in a second, but I just want to pose it at the very least. So that means, give me a second, making the body a little smaller. I'll show you what I mean. Like, this is what happens when you don't draw that often. But he needs to be a little less buff. I mean, he could be a little buff, but not this. So we'll see how that goes. One second. So let's dial it back. So right now this is a lot bigger than it should be. So let's do that, right? Let's change the neck a little bit, because like this means that he works out his upper body. He probably doesn't right now, so let's reduce the amount of like musculature here, because usually this area means that like they're working up their upper body a little bit more. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I've always wondered about that. Like some of y'all know, I used to do vocal training, but and I am on a podcast, so I talk a lot. But again, one day when people aren't crazy, I will reintroduce myself with my actual name and what I work on. So yeah, so like that's a little better for like teenager, I guess. It's too wide still. Let's not go crazy. But yeah, let's just go back to the basics with the poses. Okay. So it kind of looks like he's a little bit more fluid. A little bit more fluid. So do that. And then let's draw his uniform, because his uniform is very, it reminds me of like business casual for some reason. Oh, there's another thing that I have to do, that I'll be doing, is building out this world a little bit more. So for the childhood friend of you, because I talked about it on Patreon, and it was decided by people that Shinzo, and I feel like this is a well-known story plot for Shinzo on AO3, but that he is a foster kid that eventually becomes foster kids with Aizawa, which I'm all for. It's just I've seen it so many times, but I don't mind. So it could just be that Shinzo has always been in the same family, with the same family, foster family that's not terribly ridiculous, like in terms of foster care. Like they, like I don't like the idea of him being in an extremely abusive household, because I used to be a foster sister. Like, I mean, I still am in contact with some of my foster sisters, but like it's kind of hard to keep in touch once they get lost again. But they have my phone number and they change it all the time, for instance. And what ends up happening is that like they do get lost in the system, depending. I can see him going through a couple of bad households. I could see him not knowing who his mom or dad is, or only knowing who his mom is, or only knowing who his dad is. I'm not sure how I feel about him, like, how do I put it? His family just straight up disowning him, kind of thing. I've seen that too, where like, his mom or dad put a muzzle on him so they didn't talk, right? Like, I don't know about all that, but we'll work through it, because like I don't know. It could just be like, hey, I don't like it, but like that might work, right? Like it's just a bit of a triggering thing. And yeah. Alright, this seems pretty good for another one. So let's say I'm gonna label some of these. What is this? So this is like, and we're gonna make it a little bit more intense in the face. So let's like, there's ways to make things intense without like changing too much. It could just be lighting, right? So like, I vaguely remember starting a Stitch of Shinzo Deco a while ago, and it was inspired by this AU, but I don't know if I still have it. I mean, if you ever refined it, feel free to share, or like, we'll find a way to like make a corner, like a I don't know if YouTube allows that, where like people like, yeah, people in your that subscribe to you can like post, but ooh, I'm glad you are, because like I was like, ah man, I miss this world. I was partially thinking of like writing a fan fiction for it so that I can have it fully mapped out first, but that's I don't. It's not that I don't write well. I just don't write as well as I draw. So it was just like, because not. I will write, and then I'll make several different versions of the same thing, and then I will try to clean it up, and then like I will doubt myself, and then it will never see the light of day. So that is me. Doop, 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 doop. Here we go. Boop. No. Okay. Something got lost. Something got lost in translation. Hold on. Let's try that. There we go. So I've been something like, you can make things intense like this, where you kind of like, hey, this is great, can't wait, I'm glad. Thank you for stopping by too. Yee. So this is one way to also make things intense, shading here. Oh, why is it so like delayed on here? Like, yeah, boop. Hold on. Refreshing real quick. All right. But yeah, like that's one way to make things intense. There's other ways of making it intense. Like you can like do backlighting too. So just that. So I'll keep that. But this is like, hey asshole. I also need to draw a jacket on him too, because he has like a weird. It's not a jacket. It's not a weird jacket. It just looks so business pro for no reason. So like he has like a. Do I have? Can I Google it? Do I have Google open? Oh. 1 second. I'll look it up later. It's fine. But I would eventually turn into some romance, because, again, I do not mind if you ever want to just like quote me, like just say like, hey, like definitely this is from Shad, like old Seife, but you can make it romantic if you want. I'm not gonna say no. It's just, for me, this is just like comfort in a friendship way, but people can see it in a romantic way, just as long as it doesn't go overboard. I'm fine. And when I say overboard, like into the realm of smut, don't do. But yeah. So yeah, no worries. Oof. Okay. Yeah, he has like a jacket. Those jackets, like, yeah, like it's very business pro. If I remember, it's like a blue navy jacket with like lines, if I remember, on the side or somewhere. Like it's like that or something. If I remember, I think it's on his jacket. It just looks so weird. But yeah, I am always down for fan work of any sort. If anyone feels inclined, if they want to do like a uh, like I'm talking about like YouTube shorts. If anyone wants to do like a one shot or something, I'm always down. So there's that. So we got this. We got this. The song we're using is So What by Pink. Well, I definitely am not going to be writing smut anytime soon. Thank you. I'm just like, no worries. Just like, I think someone had like a conversation about that in the chat earlier, and I was just like, not my cup of tea. But again, like, as long like as long as it's comfort wise, it's PG-13 for this AU anyway. Go off. But I'm not gonna like. Other than that, like you know, y'all know me. Um, but yeah. So what else? So this is. Let's see where we're gonna start in this lyric setup. No, 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 no. I guess I just lost my, because I don't want to do the first opening line of this song. I don't know where he went, so I'm gonna drink my money. I'm not gonna pay his rent. That's very specific. So we got like, I want to get in trouble. I want to start a fight. Na 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 na. I want to start a fight. Na 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 na. I want to start a fight. So what? I'm still a rock star. I got my rock moves, and I don't need you. So, and guess what? I'm having more fun now that we're done. I'm going to show you tonight. I'm alright. I'm just fine. You're a tool. So what? I'm still a rock star. I got my rock first. They're minor. So second. And I hate can both of them on the A spectrum. I do too. I see Shinzo as like on the A spectrum. I'm not sure about Midoriya because like I can see him as either bi or demisexual or just also just like asexual. But I've always seen Shinzo as because I know a couple of friends from when I used to live in like where I moved recently, right? I had a like an ace friend. Like I'm demisexual. I'm panromantic. But they are in a genderqueer relationship with their long-term friend, and yeah, like they very much reminded me of Shinzo very much. So I was like, oh yeah, like they appreciate like I call it platonic intimacy. So that's like cuddles, like just like touching in a platonic way, but they don't like it when it strays away from that. So it reminded me very much of Shinzo, who probably is touch starved. So again, yes, first they're minors. So again, not gonna draw that. Secondly, like even like the pro hero power couple, like I barely implied like in part two, and I'm never going to go anywhere beyond that. So no, but to each their own. Just as long as it's legal and respectful, do you go off, fam? I'm really excited for the finished work. I bet it's gonna be awesome. Aw, thank you. But yeah, so yeah, like now I'm looking at the lyrics. It's definitely gonna start from I guess no. I want to get in trouble. I want to start a fight because that's exactly how Shinzo's feeling. So we'll see people drawing Shinzo in black and gray clothes. It also makes him look like he's following the ace flag. Yes, I mean like he's purple, gray, black, white. So like I was just like okay. So that makes me excited. But yeah. So that's. I guess I should also like precursor that's how I feel Shinzo is in this AU, but we'll see. Okay, that's my partner, and to anyone that remembers my earlier streams, you will always hear them, no matter what. Welcome back. Hello, hello, hello. I'm here for a little bit longer. I might be on for another 30 minutes. We're trying to do the storyboarding. So we got two panels so far, or two like at least intent like major scenes that are supposed to happen. I'm wondering if I should just do like a long way, because I have it. I usually do the this way, um, but I for YouTube I can also do it for sideways. Emo asexual Shinzo, yes, yes, thank you. So yeah, like I can also see him being a flirt to people, but not like again, I like flirting with people. I I just like making people like feel a certain way, but I'm not like I promise I'm not attracted to anyone. Like it was just like I just like flirting, and I was just like yeah, just because like there's some people like like I could go into the details of the asexuality spectrum if anyone wants, but I'm not going to today. Not for the last 30 minutes anyway. Um, I'm just checking something real quick. That's one. It might be one of those things where only like people that talk show up on my participation list. So like that might be what's going on. I just remember them. I thought that they showed who everyone that is in, but oh well. I think that's just how Twitch is. Twitch has it. I flirt and I'm ace. That's a vibe, bro. Yes. Really? Oh yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I can see him being ace. So I just always saw there was like a Twitter post where um they said like all these people from My Hero Academia have like asexual vibes, and it was Shoto, Shinzo, and Bakugo. Bakugo gives me, yeah, okay. Yes, like I agree with that one. So yeah, like it was Shoto, Shinzo, and Bakugo were on the ace spectrum. So I was like, yeah, I could see that. Like, cause obviously there's like Akiri Baku, but to be honest, like I'm getting demisexual just because he knows who Kirishima is. Otherwise, he only cares about his ego, being the number one hero, and being in tip top peak health. Personally, but all right. So to the next one before I get distracted. I apologize. I guess there needs to. Let me just like map this out. So there should be. Um, there should be a scene for Bakugo stepping out of school, I guess. Either stepping out of school unaware. So that's one. And then there should be the. I also headcanon Deku as trans, but that's definitely more of a comfort headcanon because he's my comfort character and it makes me very happy. Yes. Oh my god, I can't spell. You're fine. Yes, I agree with you. Um, I do show hip move a guy, but asexual Shinzo makes so much sense. It really does. I think. Let me see. Like, I feel like I've read a couple where Deku's trans, and I thought it was really cool. Either no, yeah, like either already transitioned to um to a boy, or like wearing a binder is one that like a lot of people. I read two really good ones. I'll try to find those fan fictions, but they're really good. Yeah, whatever. Like this is how I'm seeing it. Again, as long as you're being respectful to the characters, like representation is important. So that's why a lot of people, especially for My Hero, because it's very relatable for a lot of people, in my opinion. Like I said, like I saw myself very much in Shinzo because high school. That's kind of what it reminded me of my high school self. He is wearing the colors of the ace flag, in my opinion, most of the time. So what, like purple, gray, black, white, and I'm like, yeah, bring it on. That's yes. So I felt connected to him. And a lot of people feel connected to other characters. I'm not trans, but I want a binder. I am uncomfortable with my chest. Yes. So yeah, like a lot of people buy binders, or like I know, like gender fluid, where like sometimes they just don't feel comfortable with their chest, like it's what body dysphoria, right? So sometimes they just don't want to at that moment, but or some people didn't realize they were trans, or some people are not trans, but gender fluidity, right? So I love when people headcanon characters in My Hero Academia because it's, again, like I said, it's very relatable for people. Or to have a comfort character is a lot easier there. And headcanon, like, oh, I see them as this because like it reminds me of this, or like, oh, it reminds me of me. So go for it. Like I feel like a lot of people. I think a lot of people do this in general, not just for My Hero Academia, but it helps with coming to terms with who you are as well. And you like a character that reminds me of you. So there's that too. I mean, there's the whole Kinney situation. So like I'm a Shinzo Kinney, but yeah. So I'm never going to make you feel bad, or anyone, hopefully no one here ever makes you feel bad about like your headcanons ever. So yeah. And if they do, just, or if also if I ever say anything that makes people uncomfortable, just in general, like I don't think I have, but if I ever do, like, I have no problem with checking me or checking anyone. Okay. Honestly, I know this ain't canon, but Monoma is like Bakugo, but without the character development and home issues. I get that. I relate to a lot of the struggles Deku faces mentally and during middle school, and it's also why I'm very torn about Bakugo because he reminds of people I'd rather not remember. I like Trans Dinky. I like Trans Dinky too. Like, I don't see that often, but when I do, I'm like, yes, yes. I agree with what you said about, because I'm glad that Bakugo has growth in the series, but I've been bullied for a lot of my life up to like when I was 14, so like from a young age all the way to 13 or 14. Um, when I transferred schools, and then like it was like no one knew me and everyone thought I was cool or at least like relatable. But I was bullied, so that's trauma. And I relate a lot to Deku, and I relate more to Shinzo than Deku because I'm pretty sure they both were bullied, but in different ways. Um, Deku because he was seen as useless, or seen as like unable to do anything, but for me it was seen as a threat or seen as different from everyone else's normal, right? So like having a quirk, but having the wrong quirk kind of thing. Yeah, like someone being bullied just for like 1 year at a school like does something. So can you imagine being bullied for years? For me, like, like that's why I'm like, I can see where Midoriya is coming from, and that's why I don't like certain shit. Like, I don't mind the Baku Deku ship. I think it's like, oh, like two sides of the same coin kind of thing is always a good trope to like ship, but like I personally like don't like that ship because that's bully and was it? It's bully and victim to me. Like, I feel like they can work it out for sure, and I'm not gonna make anyone feel bad for that ship. But it's just not for me because I can't see dating any of my bullies ever. Also, my family liked to throw the word useless around pretty often when I was young. Yep, I hated it. Like, my family never called me useless, but like my mom would get a certain way and then say certain words and then not mean them later. But it still hurt. So, and on top of that, being bullied at school. So I just really connected to it. Oh, same. Hence why, like, oh, here's two kids that were like hit hard by society in different ways, and now they're friends. Like, so this made me very happy. I'm getting distracted again. I'm sorry. um, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Alex. Like, that hits home for me. I'm so sorry. Let me see. I'm trying to think of the next, and I'm sorry if I'm like I feel you. That kind of hit home for me a little bit. So give me a moment. So I really hope that like you're home. I feel like I asked you or someone else this already, but like I really hope you're in a safe space. Like, I know, like, I'm hoping there's no physical abuse, but emotional abuse and mental abuse is still a thing. And it's kind of hard for, well, just in general, children to set boundaries with their parents until they're older. But like, keep that in mind growing up. Boundary setting when you become a certain age. I think the main problem with MHA is that it brushes off these serious topics like Bakugo and Deku's relationship. It portrays it as rivalry. Yes, like there could be a rivalry, but they just kind of skip over the hey, 10 years of a childhood friend bullying me kind of thing. So for instance, like if anyone's watched Naruto before, um Hold on. I need to start sketching something. I apologize. If anyone remembers, like people paired shipped Sasuke and Naruto. I think they still do, but like they shipped those two together because of the dynamic is a little similar. The only difference here is that like Sasuke didn't bully Naruto for years. He just didn't know he existed or care that he existed. He didn't even see him as competition. Um, think like Todoroki, but didn't have any character growth or didn't grow in the same way you expected. So yeah, like so Sasuke made bad decisions later, but he did become closer friends with Naruto. It starts off with like, "Hey, I don't care about you. I only care about my own well-being and my growth and avenging my tribe," right? With Bakugo, you don't really see why he's the way he like you can kind of based off of the superhero society, but it still doesn't make sense the making myself big and you small concept. I told him to fucking die. Like, okay, friends later on, sure, but I can't see them as romance. Sure. Yep, that is me. A healthy rival is Tetsu, and I'm not Bakugo and Deku. Definitely. Like, the only reason it becomes, and it's not healthy, the only reason why it gets, this is in air quotes, healthy, is because Deku becomes more strong over time and is a match for Bakugo. Otherwise, no. I like Eraser Mike and Shinkami Headcanon because I like the whole opposites track. I like that too. I think it's adorable. It's just not my favorite ship. Like the, well, Eraser Mike is. Shinkami, I think, works very well. But like I said, if I had to choose ship-wise for Shinzo, either I don't ship Shinzo with anyone because I see him as asexual, or I ship him with Deku, but I'm not doing that for this series. I just think it's cute because of where they came from, and they would have really cute conversations. And that's just me. But Shinkami, I love the opposites attract thing, the color choices as well, like purple and yellow. Oh, it's a trigger ship? I'm sorry. Like how? Well, can you, you don't have to. Can you explain? Because I'm curious. But if you're not comfortable explaining, you don't have to. Bakugo stepping out of school unaware. Hey, asshole. Comes up. So let's do Bakugo turning his head, I guess. This is very narrative, so this is kind of hard for me. Hold on. Like, you have to draw out the narration versus, like, oh, here's a pose, here's a pose, here's a pose. I like, okay. Let's say, I'm still a rock star. I got my rock moves, and I don't need you. Let's try this. So he steps out of school. He forever has like angry face, like meh, like always. Oh, wow, really? Wow, okay. So that's what I mean. Like people, not necessarily just shippers, just people either like shipping or saying like, "Oh, I hate shippers." They tend to go really far in this fandom for some reason for a ship. Hence why like I think I'm just gonna take a backseat to anything that's specifically shipped. I'm gonna He's gonna be walking out of school. He probably has a hand in his pocket. He usually like walks like that. He walks side to side. It's weird. Like a wide gate for some reason. I might have him with his two friends, maybe. He has like two like cronies or something. I don't remember. Oh, thank you for stopping by. Thank you, and take care. Shin Momo? Like Shinzo and Momo? Is that a thing? One second. Oh, Mono. Sorry, I had a moment. I like that one. I just don't like Monoma. like, it's so for me. Like Monoma is just like, what crawled up your ass? Like, just calm down. Like, I wish I understood. There might be a story behind that, but like, I'm just like, dude, like, chill. Why are you so mad? Even like with the anime, like him trying to like, hey, I like you. I think he actually says something like, I like you, Shinzo, in terms of like referring to it in regards to like as a personality or a person, which could also be taken as a shipping situation. But Shinzo just looked like, yeah, okay, bruh. Like, like, yeah. And there was just like a couple of instances where like Shinzo, um, as I say, like Shinzo just looks like he's more focused on his capture weapons and getting better at them throughout that arc versus, you know, like anyone else. Anyone here is everyone here as well. I find him to be a very funny character. That was all fine, but then that one person had to come in and ruin it. Aw, even if he had been an ass at first, watching his interactions with Eerie, it's just yeah, like his interactions with Eerie was like, yeah, he's like, she's a child, I'm gonna act a certain way, but it was just like, I think he has an issue with not authority, like not necessarily like adults, but just like with people that he sees as powerful that is in his age group, is what it seems like. And he sees as all of class 1A as that. So he always compares his abilities to theirs. So if he one ups them, even if it's in something that it doesn't really matter, um, he has to point it out. And I've always wondered about that. I feel like that's a thing, and I need to look into that. But he was willing to be civil to try and help her. It was so cute. Yeah, like I was like, okay, okay, Monoma, all right. But it's just like I need to know what your story is and why you don't like people, like why you don't like people that you see as more powerful than you, or not necessarily more powerful, just like more powerful and getting more credit or more recognition, for just being more powerful versus like him having he has nothing unless he has a powerful quirk. I hate when people make him super mean. Someone made him laugh at someone's death. We all should know we would never do that. Um, I don't think so. I don't think he would do that. Has he ever laughed? Like I'm trying to remember. Like in the yeah, he doesn't really laugh at like class 1A's. Like he does like laugh about certain things in regards to like, oh, everyone thinks that they're hot stuff, right? You know, but they ended up, yeah, like they kind of highlight, oh yeah, everyone got captured, or like all these people, like he kind of, I thought he like pointed out to Bakugo that he got captured by the sludge monster. I could be wrong, um, but I've also read a shit ton of fan fiction, and it's always like he says stuff like that. He doesn't normally cross over to just straight up mean, but I've read where he almost does. I wish he hadn't jumped the gun on teenagers that almost died. Some goes for Shinzo on that too, but like they are still kids, and I wasn't the worst. It wasn't the worst thing a character has done. Yeah, fair. So yeah, I mean, I want to like. Should he be alone or should he be with his goons? Like, so I'm trying to like figure that out right now. So it could be like, yeah, like one of them is looking at him from the side or something. I'm drawing this wrong. Like, hee. The guy with the long fingers. Creepy long finger dude. Okay, 1 second. And what like? Well, let me see. He was definitely a dick about the U.S. Yeah, that's what I think that's what it was, which is something that comes kind of close, but no one actually does show. I think it's one of those things that with teenagers in general, like or like just yeah, like high schoolers, they don't really realize how serious a situation is unless someone explained it. So like for instance, a lot of people, not every teenager is this way, mind you. Like there's like a couple in the class that know just how bad it was, right? But Monoma just kind of is one of those people. Not necessarily. Actually, this isn't just a teenage thing. This like there's people that are in their 20s as well and older that really just don't think about the situation at all. Like they just literally like, oh yeah, like you're like, oh yeah, why didn't you just do XYZ? And I'm like, okay, well, let's put yourself in their shoes for a second. They were attacked by villains, and it was just meant to be a training exercise. And their teacher ended up getting beaten to a bloody pulp, and they saw that. And they could have died if All Might wasn't there. So, yeah, like, let's really think about that for a second. Because if it were you, even that like we're a person that needs to have powerful quirks in order to be seen as powerful, um would you fare okay? Because like I'm not sure, like you're a hero in training, you would not know what to do yet. So and even a trained hero didn't know, like not necessarily didn't know, but almost got killed. So Monoma, I don't feel like he would go too far. He definitely has a line. He definitely has a line, but it's one of those things where he, like I said, just doesn't think about it. If he does start going over, and he will never make fun of death. I just don't think he would, or I think he would just not realize how serious the situation was. Not gonna lie, the kid with long fingers from Elder has a haircut that I envy so much. I want it. What was it again? Like I need to search that in a second. But like, and there's a way to like highlight uh characters. So like it's, let me see if I got this. So it's kind of like you shade this character in me. Sorry, just give me a second. This is gonna look horrible for a moment. Ignore me. And you just do that. And they're not like a big part. Oops. They're not a big part of the scene, but like their highlight is on Bakugo. And then let's add another guy. I don't know what the other dude looks like. I can't remember for the life of me. I know that like the kid with the wings is actually that Nomu from the Stain arc that like tries to take Midoriya, and I'm very curious about how that happened. But considering how Monoma acts, there's the chance that he's either attention starved or spoiled, and I'm leaning more towards the former since once you see his interactions. Yeah, I agree with that. 1 second. Also, like I feel like I'm not sure if it's like being able to pick up social cues, but he literally, I think there was like a episode, I think it was like the festival or something like that, the dance festival thing. 1 second. Where he was trying to compliment Kendo, if I remember her name, because he really thought that she could win, and the way he was saying it did not match what he was aiming for. um, and at that moment, I'm like, I am wondering if he is on the spectrum a little bit and no one knew. Because that is also a thing. Where like he might be coming off a certain way and he doesn't know it. So I like that actually. I like the concept of Momoa and Toga being siblings. That's a vibe. I like that. Yeah, I like I feel like he was similar family life to. Yep, I agree. But that's the whole point of hero society, right? Like or like how people treat each other in hero society, which is like only like quirks like Bakugos or All Mights or Hawks are made to be like, oh yeah, they're the best. But lesser quirks, I mean, you just have an ordinary life. No quirk means that you like who why are you here, which is sad. And then there's like stereotyping quirks, right? Like for good and bad. Like obviously like Shinzo brainwashing. But then there's like healing quirks. Like you have to heal people. Like that's what you do. Um, and it's just like okay, yes, but like what if I don't want to be a healer or what if I don't want to be a doctor? You know, kind of thing. It's just like well, that's your quirk, so why don't you use it? Um, Same thing, right? Like it's just like if you have a quirk that literally says like, "Oh, that means you're a blank." You know, like it's kind of you had no choice but to be that thing. Or like if you have like a excuse me, like a plant-based quirk where you can bring plants to life. Like then you have everything having to do work. The public doesn't even know what All Might's quirk is exactly. Like so they're like, well, yeah, it's big and flashy and it's loud and it makes the bad guys go boom. That's all they know. So they're like, well, yeah, slap. Like, granted, yes, like All Might is a very good hero, but he became a hero very quickly because of the type of quirk he had. So Sakashi landed the gold mine with his quirk and profession. So yeah, like it's just like sometimes your quirk is who you are. Sometimes it isn't. You know, like I just don't like for instance Shinzo's quirk is meant that he should be a villain, right? And then there's other villains that clearly have quirks. I'm like, okay, that is a very villainous quirk. And they used it that way. But the only reason why they ended up being villainous is because probably society made them feel like that's all they had. Or that's all that works for them. Mm-hmm. So yeah. So like I'm gonna have the bot someone they're looking at him this way, and I don't want his body fully turned that way. Let's see if I can like have it where his arm is like this and his back is like that. I don't know who this person is, and I will find out, but this is them right now, so give me a second. Oop. There we go. And then let's do the shading thing. Is the theory about how quirks minutely affect the holder's personality canon or fanon? Because if it's canon, then Bakugo would have like somewhat of an actual reason for his actions, not an excuse, but a reason. Is a theory about how yeah, like I feel like that's also a thing because I think so. I'm gonna say yes, but I think that it's also a society where like they don't try to tell you to be anything else. You know, so like if you have an explosive quirk, then you know, like oh, like then his personality is explosive, and yeah, that's what he should be because his personality is explosive. you know, versus like something else, right? So, uh, yeah, like I feel like if a society was more like, for instance, if this was any other situation, like, and he is a bully, or like he yells at everyone, like there could have been a lot of underlying issues there. Like he could have had, I wouldn't just say anger issues, but he could have like certain issues regarding anger or that lead to anger, that was not diagnosed properly, or uh, he has hearing issues because that's another headcanon, is that like he is hard of hearing because of his quirk going off very often near his face, and him losing hearing over time because of that. Um, so I can see that happening as well. Uh, and that's why he's loud. So it's a lot of things where like, hey, if like certain family members could have noticed, or like, hey, like just instead of just saying like, oh, that's just how he is, that's his quirk, that's how he is, his mom's like that, that's how he is, versus like, hey, let's find out if there's more to it than just, oh, its quirk is blah, you know, like, so it's one of those things where people have to care a little bit more, and like in a hero society there probably isn't something that they're going to worry about, unfortunately. um, then there you go, still don't like him though. All right, so we got this, which actually looks pretty good for not having that much detail. Look at me go. So let me just. Okay, group. All right. Oh yeah, no, don't then. Like if it's a recent one, appreciate checking in though. Oh boy, I need to like trim my hair. I want to get in a double. I want to start a fight. Na 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 na. I want to start a fight. Na 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 na. I want to start a fight. So there's gonna be a transition to this at some point. So let's start using the. Oh, you know what? I'm starting to do that thing. I need to stop. Like I keep on getting ready to go into detail mode, and I can't do that right now. Not with this formatting, but let's show. Let's do this backwards. This is out of order a little bit, so let's do this. Okay. So this happens first. Oh, I can actually get rid of this. Right? No, I can. Let me. There we go. So there's talking and. Oop, too much. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Let's see. I don't know if I should say it. Also, I heard that hearing hard of hearing Bakugo is Hankin is only valid if he takes out his hearing aids when people try to talk to him. That's fair. So I always wondered, because I'm like, it could have been that's like what he's used to doing, and at a certain point then they realize that he's hard of hearing, and then he did that, but maybe he's used to it. And once he has his hearing aids in, that's when he like talks a certain way, talks slower. But I've been curious. Back to Moment. Also, I feel like I doesn't have close friends to actually talk about his issues. Like Kendo only tries to get him, and Lion doesn't really act like a true friend, I suppose. I feel like eventually they could become friends because they just met, like technically, right? Like they just became friends. Well, not became friends, like socialized in the same class. It takes a little bit of time for people to like grow closer, and that's what's hopefully happening um, while they're transitioning. Like he has a lot of respect for Kendo. It's just I think she's the mom friend, where she tries to get everyone in line and teach people why X is wrong, kind of thing. So Let me see what this. Boop 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 boop. Boop 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 boop. I want to start, and then like at a certain point, like we're gonna get his attention. So like goes attention is taken up or is taken or turns to Shinzo. I can imagine like there like this is canon at least in this AU where like no even though he knows Shinzo's quirk, Shinzo always knows how to push his buttons to have him talk no matter what. So I can imagine that being a thing because I like Bakugo's smart. Like he's always been smart. I can see him like still like always knowing what to say to get on his nerves. Ooh, it's 10:10. Started at 7. I should go to bed. Well, not go to bed, but at least like to leave. I understand she's probably hitting a pressure point, but like you can't keep hitting those all willy. That's true. But yeah. Bakugo's attention turns to Shinzo. Hey, turns to Shinzo. I am going to do a thing. Boop. Snap it. Is that wrong? Hold on. Is it Why is this doing this? Why are you like this? Let's do that. Kind of like that. Looks like it's walking. Like Setsuya Takuri's to help him. Friend is a sad I'm coming friend. Mago does not know the meaning of silent. It'd be so easy for Shinzo to use his quirk on him. Exactly. So I feel like it's just like he doesn't even have to say much, but even when Bakugo is like, because he's aware, he's smart, whether it's easy or hard, like Shinzo just knows what to say to get under Bakugo's skin. They're not friends. Like they know of each other in this world. They just like it's I don't even know what this is. This is like they just don't like each other. Like that's it. They do not like each other. I'm gonna start a fight. Bakugo turns to Shinzo. Probably zoom in of Shinzo. Probably. Zoom frame to Shinzo saying this. Hey asshole. And bubble. And then Midoriya comes in at some point. I just don't know when. I really like this sound for this. It is concerning that someone is trying to log into my social accounts that I don't use anymore again. Oh boy, yeah, check that out. Probably you might want to change the password of those if I keep getting emails like every minute again. Alright. So just mapping this last bit out and then I'm probably gonna leave. But Bakugo stops on it. Bakugo's attention turns to Shinzo. Zoom frame to Shinzo. Shouts, hey asshole. There's gonna be another frame here. Where he does answer and then he gets mind controlled and then punches himself in the face. And then Shinzo just like dips in and like grabs him by the shirt. I should probably do that actually. 1 second. Oh no. He punched himself in the face. Right here. Okay. He like Goku gets punched by this tall dude that looks like he hasn't slept in weeks, that he's never seen before. He has seen or heard of Shinzo before because like regardless of how much Midoriya probably doesn't hang out with Bakugo anymore up to this point, he's definitely seen Shinzo hanging around Midoriya at some point. So in this AU anyway, because they are friends, they are better friends than him and Bakugo are, right? So he has seen him before. He knows who he is, but he's never like had a conversation with him. And this is the first time I think they're having. They probably had like exchanged words before, but they never really talked. And then this is the first time they're talking. So yeah, I delete the only Insta, but here we go. Here we go back to face. Hey asshole. Bakugo answers. Bakugo gets punched. Oh wait, no, that's different. Hold on. That makes no sense. That's that Bakugo gets mind controlled. Bakugo punches self in the face. There's gonna be more than this, but this is gonna be the see how we started. We started with this, then we did this, and then we did this. So this is like the beginning, the middle range, and then we're gonna have an ending range, and then we're gonna have Midoriya showing up and pulling Shinzo away. Yeah. So that would be like the ending scene. So we have like some middle scenes, which are great. They're just punched by the Grim Reaper look-alike. Read more at 6. I like that. All right, so we got it mapped out. So this, I'm gonna try to do more drawing on this. So that's that. We're gonna like transfer this over to a horizontal phone size. I am going to be editing this bad boy that I want to add color, but this took so long because of the layers, the background layers, but it's fine. So this one is like in parts because of how much is in it. I have to also like edit that too. So like this is one, this is the next part to it. And it's a audio clip of I forgot what it's called. Spook Boys. Why is this not moving? I don't understand. But like it is moving, but like this part's not moving for some reason. There we go. So yeah, so this took a lot of effort, and I didn't want to keep on doing this to myself because it takes a lot of time. And then this is the final part. And yeah. So friends being friends. Yeah, so this is that. So that's one. Then we had just wrapped up this one, which is going to be a little easier. And this one, I have the audio. It's like a cover of a record player. I got a record player that was made in 2014. I think is literally the title of the song. And it starts that way too. So Midoriya is recording Shinzo, and then like it's him like taking notes on his quirk and its capabilities, and if anything different happens while he's singing versus like commanding or like trying to get someone to command. I love Baku Babe, to be honest, but I have preference characters. I don't like him, and I don't hate him. Yep, that's about right. I would gladly punch Baku if he were real, even if it was just I get a folded leg, I'd folded like a fucking lawn chair right after. But I also prefer other characters. Ooh. All right, so we got two kind of complete ones that just need to be edited. And then we have this bad boy that just got started, which I'm happy about. I feel like I can see it happening now in my head. I will also be probably drawing some stuff out for Shinzo's backstory of events for this AU. So like pretty much, not necessarily his home life, but like his like how he kind of always ends up going to Midoriya's like apartment house. His mom knows his, like she sees him as a son, but doesn't have the funds to take care of both of them. Otherwise, she would have been his foster mom. But he always comes. He used to always just come to their house if like he was in a bad situation. But he's mostly been in good homes. And then eventually he gets found by Aizawa. So yeah, it's good times. All right. I want to improve my art and to do animation in anyways like you. I want to do something related to art. I'm trying interior design, but I will also try to be an independent animator. Yes, please do it. Because I wanted to be an animator since I graduated from college a while ago. And I wasn't able to learn it the way I wanted. And then I, of course, had to pay bills. So I had to transfer over to like tech, that design in tech, but still creative, but still. And then 2020 gave me the time to like learn how to animate again and get back into it and practice. I still have a long way to go. I don't have the confidence to do like walking cycles or full body animations, but I can just try. Like it's just a matter of like putting two and two together and trying it out. But yeah, always put your, like, if you want to do something, I always say do it. Like, it's all about practice, because I wouldn't just say practice because that's what a lot of people say, but also stepping outside of your comfort zone, knowing where your comfort zone is. So for instance, I'm comfortable with going into detail work. I'm not really comfortable with multiple characters, for instance, like this that you see on screen. And I'm not comfortable with dynamic, but I know how to do dynamic. I just am not comfortable with it. So pushing the envelope, knowing where your envelope is starting, is also a good way to obviously practice. But like if your hands, then practice hands, feet. Obviously anatomy in general, and then like, well, okay, now I know anatomy. Let me try doing dynamic anatomy. Let me do things that like, okay, I don't even know how that person folded themselves to look that way. Right? So yeah. But yeah, so thank you all for hanging out. I really appreciate it. It's been a while. It's been, again, 3 months, and I would like to keep the energy going. I will be editing the first one. I'll also like do an update on what I just talked about in the community tab as well. But I appreciate it. I was very nervous because like I didn't know how people would feel. But yeah, life has been kind of rough, but it's been rough on everyone. And if you don't hear from me for a while again at some point, like definitely like flick me in the forehead digitally. But I plan on making a schedule for things. My partner is gonna keep me honest. And I just don't want to fall down a hole again of sadness and exhaustion and sickness. So I'm going to be pushing. But yeah, it was really fun talking with you all, and I'm glad you had fun watching me draw and talking with me. I'll be around. You're all amazing. Don't forget that. And I'll talk to you later. You guys are the best. I'm just going to make a frame. Y'all are the best. Love y'all. Alright. Bye. Let's go make it. But stuff like that. Also, yay, welcome back and good luck. Thank you. Let's keep it going. Let's keep that energy. Love y'all. Bye.